I don't think that it's some magic numbers. It's very simple for Ukraine from my point of view, because we have some low base and it's not very complicated for our country to grow. More than it, last 2 quarters we already have the economic growth more than 4%, and in next incoming years I have no any doubts that if we will provide some reforms, we will have much faster growth. First of all, our idea is to cancel the post-Soviet limits. For example, moratorium for land. For example, some limits for the capital. For example, some inefficient rules in labor, and so on and so forth. There are a lot of limits which catch and hold our economy back. And it's very important to free the economy. The second very important point is to create a level playing field in Ukraine, and it's allow us to build the trust through changes, through transformation. That's actually our main idea. Our strategy is to build the trust through the transformation of our country, and to show that in our country you can reach a lot of money, you can make a lot of money and make a lot of people happy and create some jobs and do investments. And our government is going to decrease all risks and fix all issues for foreign investors. It's very important for us to attract as more investments as it possible, and we have a very good idea and a very good situation because there are a lot of assets, state assets, still state assets, to be privatized. Our parliament is the youngest parliament in our history, and it means that there are a lot of very open-minded people with right values, and it means that they can adopt absolutely amazing and good rules for the open and competitive world. I expect that all these reasons will create absolutely great business climate in Ukraine next in coming years, and I have no any doubts that it will bring us the economic growth, 5 or 7% a year, and then we will have 40% for 5 years. I think that the main risk is the Russian aggression. It's not the issue only for Ukraine, from my point of view. It's an issue for whole civilized world, because it's not about some local conflict. It's about the rule of law and the international order, and it means that all civilized world should think how to solve such kind of issues. The second risk is of course the global trends. We see that in many countries, because of many reasons, the economy becomes slower, economic growth becomes slower, and it means that we should be pay a lot of attention to find some right solutions to be successful in all these circumstances. And the third, of course, is very traditional risk for Ukraine, is the vested interests of different groups with hidden agendas. But from my point of view, it's absolutely manageable to work with it. I have no any doubts that our young and the independent government can manage it and fix it. The main help we can get from the West is to have a trust. We need a trust to our country, to our people, and in the modern world, if you have a trust, you have some access to resources, to technologies, to investments, and you can work with the people in all over the world. That's why, from my point of view, the main support from the West is to share the trust to Ukraine. Of course, it's important to support Ukrainian sovereignty and territorial integrity, because, as I already told, our issue, our war in Donbass, and issue with Crimea, it's not our local issue. It's an issue of all the world, and to solve this problem, to solve this issue, we need to be on the one page with the civilized world. And that's why the support of such kind of countries like Great Britain, USA, Germany, and many other democratic countries is very important for us. And the last but not least, it's investments, of course. We need resources. We need more brave, more creative people who wants to work in Ukraine, because I believe that it's a great opportunity for many people to reach a lot of money and to do really amazing things for our country, and not actually for our country, but for Europe and for all over the world.